there. Thank you so much for joining another episode. This is going to be around, 10, 15 minutes. I try to make these episodes as short as possible because I honestly don't like podcasts that are hours and hours long. I don't have time for that. It's not my thing. So my job with this podcast is to be straight to the point. I'm in this season sharing my adventures of everywhere I've traveled, but really Paige's Lessons is what I've kind of come to terms with as I approach these different cities and countries. And even though you may not be a traveler, that doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, what I've really realized so far in my travels, I've been around for 100 days abroad, and it keeps coming back to being present and really thinking about my mental health and the stability of my mental health, because as a digital nomad, I really don't have anything grounding, nothing's holding me down. I have to hold myself down. I have to make my own home within my heart because I am myself wherever I go, right? So with Paige's Lessons, I hope by the end of every episode that you listen to, you walk away with something for you to ponder, for you to reflect, maybe journal on, or have a conversation with your friends about. So today what I'm going to get into is I did basically a very quick trip from a Thursday to Monday. I went to Budapest, Hungary, and that also was not on the agenda. Last week's episode, I talked about Prague and how magical that was, and it was just so special, and I felt like I was in a fairy tale. And the same thing here too with Budapest. It was not on the agenda that I wanted to travel here. I kind of just wanted to stick to Western Europe. This is the farthest east I have ever been in my life. I felt very far away from home. When I entered Budapest, Prague was a 6 or 7 hour train ride from Prague to Budapest. And what was really fucking amazing was on that train ride, there was this woman who literally asked, "Hey, what do you want me to pray for? Do you want me to pray for you for something?" Because she noticed my tattoos. And my tattoos have spiritual, religious meanings. So, it's not that random, but I just thought that was so beautiful. Thank you so much, lady, for wanting to pray for me and just give me good vibes. So I told her, thank you. If you could please pray for me around making good decisions. That's all I really want, is to have guidance and a higher power to watch over me as I make decisions in my life, my career, my travels, my love life, all of it is just making aligned, connected, grounded decisions. And she loved that. And I just started tearing because what a beautiful stranger to ask a question like that. And I asked her the same, what do you want me? I'll pray for you. What do you want? And she was talking about her job and that she just started it and, wanted good luck with that. So anyway, I loved the start of that Budapest trip. It was just very wholesome and spiritual. So I arrived in Budapest and I stayed in this Airbnb that was so beautiful. It was so much space, a lot for one person. It could have been a massive party in there, but no, it was just for me. It had a very long hallway, and it was all the way at the 3rd floor, no stairs. The building itself is so old. It's probably, 1600s. I couldn't tell you. But there was a courtyard within it. So cool. Anyway, it was just so renovated and modern. Like I said, a long hallway, beautiful bathroom, really quaint bedroom, and then the living room was massive, high ceilings, beautiful view outside of the basilica, and I just was holy shit, this is a fucking dope Airbnb. I don't know how I lucked out, but it was really cool. And so I spent, a day or two just kind of chilling, getting my bearings. And then I walked around and explored and just went into town and tried some food. And, unfortunately, coming from Germany where they only do cash pretty much, like it's pretty rare that they use any card. So I was like, okay, I should probably go to the ATM. I'm not sure how Hungary is, but let me just go to the ATM. My dumbass. Paige's lesson number 1, let me tell you, if you're in a foreign country, make sure your conversions are correct, because I drew $300 instead of $30. The Hungarian currency, it's called like forint or something. I can't pronounce it, but it's in the like tens of thousands. So I was so confused. I really thought I was doing it correctly, but I got really confused. No, I took out $300 fucking dollars. I'm an idiot. So I laughed at myself. I was like, okay, well, cool. So the next day I just went to like a currency place and exchanged it for euros, because of course I'm going to need euros after I leave Hungary. So it's okay. No harm, no foul. It's just in that moment I felt really stupid. So that's also a lesson of like, don't be so hard on yourself, Paige, right? Even me calling myself an idiot in humor. Really, I should correct that, right? Because the words that we say basically are dictating our reality. So I'm not stupid. I just had to slip up a little ditzy moment, and we move on. We are resilient. We move forward. And then, so let's see, what else did I do? I was recommended by a friend to check out this like hot springs bath, and it's very famous. I'm not even going to pronounce the name for you. It's in the show notes, but it's a thermal bath. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. It was such an amazing bath. It's the largest medicinal bath in Europe, I guess. And the water is basically these thermal springs, and I really lucked out with the weather. Almost everywhere I've been has been amazing weather, like hardly any rain or it was like 76 degrees outside, but the hot springs, I think it was like 170 something. So warm, so amazing. And and there's multiple pools. It's just this like giant mansion palace with these massive pools inside and outside. It's a maze. You get lost in there. But I spent pretty much all Saturday just relaxing and vibing and just embracing it. It felt really good. I also had my very first ever Thai massage. Now, if you listen to the episodes about Berlin and just being in Germany, I share that I pretty recently, about a month or so ago, I injured my back, which don't even know how I injured it, but the lower back is in pain. And so I thought, well, I've never had a Thai massage before. Maybe this kind of pressure would work, where people actually stand on you and work with you. And so I had my first Thai massage in Budapest, and they were all over the place too, but I looked up the best one. And the woman was very nice. The place was very clean and cute and relaxing. All my reviews are great for that place. Absolutely fine. But I think it actually made my back worse. I think it was too much pressure. I bruised like a peach. It just wasn't a good decision. So, no harm, no foul. I tried. I attempted, right? So sometimes when you try new things, they're not going to give you the best results. So, at least I say I did it and I know what to expect. But yeah, for my lower back, I still have bruises to this day of that massage. Like, she really got in there. And she did crack some things, which felt good, but no more Thai massages for me. So we're moving on from that. So like I said, I got my Thai massage. I went to the thermal bath. So I just relaxed. I was just really in my feminine, which is just release and surrender. And that's something that's kind of been on my mind lately, is practicing that, because masculine energy, which is very getting things done and achievement and goal oriented, which is really helpful when I'm planning my trips and my career and kind of getting my life together. But where's the balance of this release and surrender feminine energy? So that, to me, I felt with Budapest in general, I felt pretty relaxed throughout. I went on this amazing riverboat cruise. Y'all, like, I'm still raving about it. I'm still thinking about it because this cruise, this like riverboat night cruise thing had unlimited Prosecco. Okay. Like, I'm not even a drinker, dude. I'm really not. But what a beautiful, it's just so good. And it was only like 25 euros for this 2-hour boat thing. Like, oh my God, the Parliament, when it glows up, it is so beautiful. I'll try to make that my my cover of this episode, the album cover. And definitely check out in the show notes, I have on my Instagram all of my travels. So please take a look. It is so amazing. I just love that cruise. I met some really cool people on this cruise too. You know, being alone, solo traveling, I do have to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and make conversation. And I met some really cool people. I met this like 60-year-old woman from England, and she and I found out that her son is also born on Christmas Day like me. So she's like, hey, come over for Christmas. So nice, right? So anyway, that was an amazing cruise. And then I went to this like really, really cool, they have a bunch of ruins in Budapest. And I didn't really know that. I didn't really know how much the Roman Empire ruled. And I mean, shame on me for not paying attention in world history or just forgetting about it 15 years ago when I was in high school. But these ruined bars that they have, so it's so cool. I'll put in the show notes again, like the places that I went, the different kind of clubs and bars that they had. But it was so colorful, so many disco, like a lot of tourists are there, but it doesn't matter. It was just so much lively, fun energy. The music, man, not so much my favorite, but I just loved the vibes. It was so good nightlife. I really enjoyed it a lot. And then, so yeah, after that, I spent some time, I went to, Fisherman's Bastion. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's like this castle area that you walk up these stairs, and it's like this beautiful, kind of, like I said, this like castle overlooking like the water and the Parliament, and there's a huge, massive cathedral. It's just a great area. I went in the evening, so again, the night photos were epic. And then I also really enjoyed walking the bridge. Actually, it was really cool. I think it's called, what is it called? The Chain Bridge. And they had like these big lion statues there guarding it. And yeah, I heard that Budapest is the Paris of the East, and it is. It's so charming. It's so romantic. It's pretty clean. A lot of people were really nice. I didn't, besides the money situation, that's a little rough. The language in general is pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. Very hard to understand, hard to read, but for the majority, a lot of people spoke English, which thank God for me. I had this really good shot, palinka shots. Those were really good. I tried, what was it? A goulash or something? Soup, I think. Yeah. What else did I try there? I don't remember. Oh, they also had chimneys, which is that chocolate treat that they had in Czech, right? And it's like Czech versus Hungary. Which one has the better chimney pastry, right? Both fine. And then I went to this. They have like a little island as well. I don't know how to pronounce it either. Marguerite, I don't know. But what was really nice is I went to this, like, they have this beautiful water fountain And they like have it all lit up at night, and it plays music, and it is like this like choreography with the lights, and it's a show, and it's just really cool. And they play classical and some hard rock. So I really enjoyed that too. That was a really nice, pleasant experience too. And I'm sure even during the daytime, that park in general is a beautiful park to walk around, but I went at night and that was really lovely. I think it's a great place for sightseeing, to just walk around, enjoy. And I felt very calm there too. I didn't feel like I was in a rush. I didn't feel any pressure, or I don't know. It felt like a really good, calming weekend. So Prague and Budapest have been the main characters of my whole trip, because they've been such an outlier. They've been so like random as hell, little treasures that I didn't even know I needed. Because like I said, I wasn't even planning on doing that when I booked my one-way ticket, right? I was like, no, I'm just gonna stick to these mainstream countries. But no, those cities, really, really enjoyed myself. So, a few lessons. Make sure to wrap up, make sure when you go to the ATM, your conversion rates, just double check your shit, right? I think that's just the message, is just don't go in too confident. Like, it's okay to like backtrack a little bit and do some research. Also, don't be so hard on yourself. I don't know what you're going through right now, but for me, I know I can definitely be really hard on myself, and it's not cute. Just kind of like, what are ways for you to be in your feminine? And it doesn't matter if you are a he, she, they, like the gender doesn't matter. It's the energy of feminine and masculine. And what are ways that you can release and surrender more in your life? And, try new things, but also be okay if it doesn't work out. And I think for me, I'm constantly soaking in so much newness, and it can be very overwhelming sometimes. But remembering, like, this is just a part of it. This is just part of the process, is just seeing what I like, seeing what I resonate with, and letting go of what's no longer serving me. I will catch you in the next episode, where I will talk about Austria. Can't wait. Thank you so much for your support and tuning into this podcast every week. Just a friendly reminder that even $2 helps keep Paige's lessons going strong. If you learned something new from this episode and recognize the energy I put into it, you can support me through my Buy Me a Coffee account. Click on the link in the show notes, and any contribution is deeply appreciated. Head on over to buymeacoffee.com/Paige Mitchell. Thank you so much. If you're enjoying these episodes and walking away feeling more motivated and inspired, then you would be a great fit for my coaching community. Every Wednesday, I create a newsletter that's designed just for badasses like you to overcome any hurdles that are getting in the way from creating the life you want to live. Each week, you'll receive my favorite strategies and best tips for strengthening your lifestyle habits, overcoming limiting beliefs, and learn how to set measurable goals toward a life that supports your values. If this sounds like a good fit that you want to subscribe to, click the link in the show notes to opt in, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others. Post about it on social media, or head over to your favorite podcast platform to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Subscribing and posting a review helps to improve engagement and is essential for the podcast to be discovered by new listeners. Thanks again for listening, and remember, every day provides a lesson. Take care.